Hey Sagittarius, this is your weekly, not so much weekly, but this is your love update reading for the week of 20th of March through to the 26th of March. My name is Amber. Welcome to your reading. Welcome to the Symbols for Living YouTube channel. Please do connect with me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit my website, www.symbolsforliving.com, to check out other products that I have on offer. Okay, so looking at your reading here, with the Eight of Wands being at the base of the deck, I would say that things are definitely moving fast, or moving very fast. A lot of quick communication, a lot of talking, a lot of things being said. It's interesting as well because what is in the position of what? Can you see that? Just about. Sorry, not very good lighting. You can see here that we got the Prince of Swords in the position as to what binds you both, and it's likely that you both like to do a lot of talking, Sagittarius. As I've always mentioned in a lot of my videos, I've got twin daughters that are both Sagittariuses, and if there's nothing else I can say about Sagittariuses, it would be that you guys like to talk and you have a lot of questions and you're very inquisitive. You may have met someone that also talks quite a lot. Not necessarily about anything, it doesn't have to be about anything of any particular importance, any big plans, but it's just general kind of back and forth kind of conversation. So that's good. So communication seems to be good between the both of you. Your love interest or your partner. What challenges you both is the Six of Pentacles. So there seems to be some sort of imbalance when it comes to maybe the amount of time that you give to each other, the amount of attention, the amount of financial maybe input into the relationship as well. It could also be that there isn't like an equal kind of give and take, and even attention that you're giving each other. It could be that you feel you're giving more, or your partner could feel that way. But that is the challenge, is finding this balance that you're both happy with. This equal give and take and input as well into any money matters that you share as a result of your relationship. It could also be that one person is being very generous, and the other one might feel like they're not really receiving that same attention, because we've got the Moon card here as to how your partner feels about you. They could feel very much like you stir up a lot of subconscious fears for them in some way. You can kind of make them feel a little bit insecure in some way. They could also just feel like you touch them very deeply at a very core level. Now, when these kind of relationships come about, sometimes we can kind of be overwhelmed with a new love situation, especially if there's been previous past hurts or issues that maybe your partner hasn't come to terms with. It seems that it seems to be stirring those, which could leave them feeling quite fearful. They could also see you as being quite secretive as well. Or they could just feel like they don't understand you. Or again, I think this is more pertaining to how they feel though. Like they feel like... Mommy. Sorry about that, my son needed me. But I think they're quite confused, your partner. I feel because a lot of maybe deep emotion has been stirred whilst being with you. or they may just feel like you're not, maybe they may just feel that like they don't understand. Maybe that's why you're talking so much, because they're trying to kind of get to the bottom of what maybe you really have to offer them, and if you are the person for them. But definitely they're in much more of a dreamy state, which leads me to assume that there's a chance that you could be the one that's kind of the stable one, the one that's being very supportive of your partner while they're kind of going through this state of confusion where they don't know what they want, maybe, and they're having to figure out what they want. They feel like they don't see you clearly. They may not see you clearly simply because of their own fears. It's nothing to do with maybe you being secretive, because it looks like you're being quite open. We've got the Prince of Swords. We know your Sagittarius characteristics are usually, quite, you tend to be quite honest and open. Unless, of course, there's other things in your chart that would negate that. But usually Sagittarius is a fairly open and honest. And then we've got the Eight of Wands here, which talks of, a lot of clear, quick, and abundant conversation and messages. So I would say that communication is good, but for some reason your partner is maybe a little bit debilitated by fear, and is now in a state of kind of indecision about maybe making a choice on whether to move forward with you. Because I don't think they really know. They can see that you've given them an offer, but I don't think they can really see how it's going to play out. For some reason, they can't see how it's going to play out, and it's making them a little bit uncomfortable. So they may still need more information. That might be why the Prince of Swords is here. Maybe you're both still kind of getting to know each other. You're both still trying to figure each other out. But it's happening quite quickly. There's a lot of talking going on, so it's maybe a fairly new relationship. It could also mean that you two are both having arguments, possibly, with the Six of Swords here, as to how you feel about your partner. You feel as if you need a break mentally, possibly, from this person. You feel like you might need to get away and clear your mind for peace of mind. You may not want to go. It may not be something that you want to do, but you may feel that this is just a bit too stressful. Maybe dealing with someone who is so indecisive, even though maybe you're trying to be as giving and as generous as possible, and trying to be as open and as honest as possible. But maybe due to their own past hurts, they're just, they're still getting over it, and unfortunately it's still raising fears in them. Maybe you feel in order to really balance things out, in order to get that balance, you will need to take a break and retreat for a little bit. Where you find yourself now with the Ten of Cups, it seems that you're learning all about, you're learning to be grateful for all that you have, I think, with the Ten of Cups here. I think you do feel very blessed and very happy, either in this relationship or with your life in general. You feel like you have everything that you need emotionally. Again, it could be that this person is being very, very generous towards you, and you feel very blessed, and you feel like maybe this person gives you this peace of mind, that you feel like you have had that Six of Swords journey already when you're with them, and you're learning to be very grateful of everything that you have, and maybe you're trying to be that respite for that person as well, because you truly appreciate everything that you have with this person, and you just want to continue to give, but just remembering that in giving there must be balance. You can't give so much of yourself that you do get worn out. I need to take a Six of Wands, Six of Swords kind of break. But communication seems to be key here with the Eight of Wands showing up here. It looks like any issues that you have, communication, lots of loving, fast, abundant communication, like don't hold back, say what you need to say. And that would be what you both have in common as well with the Prince of Swords here. You need to keep communication lines open in order for things to keep flowing in the right direction. But yeah, you're learning how to be grateful, I think, for everything that you have. And I think you are truly appreciative of this person being in your life. And for everything that maybe you guys have acquired together, or the journey that you guys have been on. You're very appreciative of it. And you feel very secure in the relationship. You could also be learning how to just kind of feel more secure in the relationship. Like learning to be more appreciative of what you have. The Six of Pentacles also talks about gratitude and being grateful for what you're given. So it could be that you're learning as well to be a bit more grateful for what has been given to you. And you've realised that actually it's not that bad, possibly. And that every relationship has its ups and downs. Your overall advice is the Queen of Pentacles. So the overall advice is to remain grounded. That would be the overall advice for both of you. And I think that's definitely in terms of your partner or the person that you're interested in. It's important for them to remain grounded and to appreciate that things take time. The Queen of Pentacles talks about growth as well. So focusing on the growth of the relationship maybe, and developing that. Staying focused on what you're trying to nurture here as well, not taking your eye off the ball, remaining grounded. And also remembering your self-worth. Queen of Pentacles, all the Pentacles, as far as I'm concerned, do relate to self-worth. And again, you know, when you are deciding to give of your time, money and attention, remember that it's not a one-sided thing. It goes both ways. So, yeah, to be very discerning as well when it comes to sharing your time, energy, money and resources. If you meet someone new this month, this person will be of a water element, most definitely. As you probably would know, actually, sorry, maybe you wouldn't. I thought I was talking to Scorpio for a second there, sorry. Yeah, you'll be meeting a Pisces. Highly likely it'll be a Pisces that you'll be meeting, or your partner could be a Pisces. They could also be, Cancerians or Scorpios. It could be one of the two. It looks like you really do like this person as well. By the looks of it, with the Ten of Cups showing up, you are very happy with them. And they could very well be a water sign. However, if you are meeting someone new, they may have a lot of offers and they're learning how to really find their happiness and to find what kind of offer really suits them, because it's very nice to have lots of offers, but you know, none of them are really actually worth considering if they are not going to make you happy. So it's about actually appreciating what's on offer, and being able to discern what one fits, what one really is going to make you happy. You know, not one that's just going to make you look good for like 10 minutes, not one that's superficial, but actually choosing something that actually makes you wholeheartedly, kind of 10 of Cups, happy. The person that you meet is still kind of going through that process, and in that they are processing a lot of kind of hidden fears. It could be that the person that you meet is actually quite secretive as well, doesn't give as much as you give, you know, doesn't say as much as you say, possibly as well isn't as open, and maybe you're trying to be more, to kind of keep the conversation going, to kind of keep the communication going, or you may need to, because it looks like the Prince of Swords is a superficial in terms of communication. Is not a very, yeah, he can be a deep thinker, of course. He's, you know, he's a royal Swords card. However, his general kind of initial approach to most things would be kind of to make quick decisions, and talk only of what needs to be discussed. Nothing too deep, nothing too complicated. Kind of just cutting to the truth and getting on with things. Not expending too much energy. So very light kind of communications going on. That might be what could also be making you feel like you're not really getting enough from the relationship in some way, or there's an imbalance maybe in communication because they could be being quite secretive. That can happen. However, what you do both have in common is that you like to talk, even if it is superficial. So I would just say, just remember the challenge is that, if they are being secretive, that, don't tell them everything about yourself necessarily, or, only, be more reactive in a way in terms of conversation rather than proactive, maybe, in terms of communicating with this person. Maybe allow them to make some first moves, or possibly answer their question with a question, that kind of thing. If you feel that you're just kind of not getting very much out of them. It could be that they're just very confused and they don't really know what answer to give you a lot of the time, and that's why it's quite superficial. They can't really give you a definite answer, or anything very deep, because they can't maybe articulate what they really feel right now. So that's why everything's kind of lighthearted. And it could just be a very light-hearted relationship. The Six of Pentacles also represents just kind of a friends with benefits situation. So it could be that going on here as well. And you could be doing that for peace of mind. You just kind of want a light relationship. And it's just about, making sure that that balance is maintained. The Queen of Pentacles also talks about sexual pleasures as well. So the advice could be to, explore your sexuality. But don't forget, again, the Queen of Pentacles reminds us about self-esteem, and that will tie into Six of Pentacles, remembering balance, and not to give too much away. And you're kind of, I think, looking possibly, if this is the situation, you're looking to kind of be happy with that and be grateful for everything, and you kind of seeing the cup as half full rather than half empty, and being very grateful for how things are at the moment, which is great. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull a card from the Amira Love Oracle. See if I can get one card for you, Sagittarius, from this oracle, to see if it can give any more insight into your situation at the moment. So yeah, we've got open relationship, which is probably what this reading is about, with the Six of Pentacles here. So yeah, it looks like you are in an open relationship. That might be why this person is being so vague, and so secretive. You don't really know who they're seeing or what they're doing. It's a very superficial kind of relationship. And it's the reason why it's like this, because they've got a lot of people they're seeing and they just don't really know who to choose, I think, or a lot of offers available to them and they don't know who to choose. You, on the other hand, I think either you see something more in this person, you don't feel like you're getting enough from this person, and you want more, and that might be why the Six of Swords is here. You're looking to kind of move on, maybe, to seek that balance. But I would definitely say, with the Seven of Swords coming up and the Eight of Wands, that do try to communicate with this person and let them know. If you really do feel that there's something more than just an open relationship option, then, just try to discuss it with them. You have the right to discuss it if you really feel there's something more there. However, I don't think they're quite ready to do that. They're still learning. They're still in this state of confusion, as to what they want. But they're learning this, so hopefully come the end of the week, they would have learned it. They would have come to a decision. But ultimately, your relationship is an open one, and you could be very happy in that as well. That's quite possible here with the Ten of Cups. Learning to just be happy with what there is, but just remember the challenge is to remain balanced and remember your own self-respect, self-esteem, etc., etc., your own happiness. So that's the end of the reading. If you would like any more clarity about your situation, get in contact with me. My email address is symbolsforliving@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to go through that with you. Alternatively, you can go to my website, www.symbolsforliving.com, book a reading from there, and also check out my other products. Otherwise, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you later. Bye.